Okay.
Okay.
Hello, everyone. We are here to recommend books for you from our lockdown lives. But good work, keep up the good work. You're doing great, Melbourne. Okay, that's out of the way. I would like to talk about a book that I read a little while ago, actually, but it's just come out this week, and it's called We Were Not Men by Campbell Madison. Campbell Madison is a wine writer, actually, and this is his first novel. He writes for The Australian, I think, his wine writing. It's a really fantastic book about being a boy. It's about you meet these two young boys, John and Eden, at a really terrible point in their lives where something really devastating has happened. They now live with their grandmother, Bobby, and they spent part of their time in Flowerdale, where she has a vineyard, and it's pretty free. And then the other part of their time they spend in Newport, just near us, in Yarraville. And they are swimmers. They love swimming, and they spend a lot of time swimming in the Newport Warmies, racing each other. They're kind of champion swimmers. It is a book about growing up, about getting through the hardest things that you will ever have to get through. And I've got to say, get a packet of tissues. You're going to need it, but you're going to get through it. You're going to get through it. It's a beautiful book, and I really recommend it. Over to you, Matilda.
Hi. Okay, I'm recommending two books today, which is exciting. I read two fantastic books that have come out this week. The first is The Other Black Girl by Zakiya Dalila Harris. And this book, I've been waiting so long for it to come out because I can't wait for the discussions everyone is going to have about this book. It's so surprising and inventive and thrilling as well, in a way that you just completely don't expect. So we've got Nella, who is an editorial assistant at a US publishing house, and she's the only Black girl working in the publishing house until a new Hazel May, a new Black girl, comes to work there. And Nella's really excited at first that another Black girl has come to work with her, but things aren't quite as they seem with Hazel May, and things aren't quite as they seem in the publishing house. And Nella's getting these messages that are saying, leave publishing now, leave the publishing house now. And so it's all a bit spooky, and we're not quite sure what's going on. And the story is just, you will rip right through to find out what happens at the end of this one. It is fantastic. The writing is just brilliant. Sorry, that's my dog barking. The writing is just fabulous. And it's really interesting, unlike anything I've read before. And Harris has such a unique insight into race in the publishing industry, which is really a conversation that we don't have nearly often enough, particularly about Black women or women of color working in an industry that is overwhelmingly white. So it is a fantastic and fascinating story, and one that I would definitely recommend. It's a great read. And the other book is Malibu Rising by Taylor Jenkins Reid. And so Taylor Jenkins Reid is hugely prolific, and this is, I think, my favorite book of hers. This was an unexpected read for me because I just didn't think I was going to love it as much as I did. But it's fun, but it's full of heart. It's really sweet, tender novel, but it's got a lot of kind of fun and froth to it as well. So it's a light-hearted, easy read for lockdown. And it's set in Malibu, of course. And so you'll kind of feel the sand and the sun on you. And so it all takes place at this rich people's crazy party that always gets out of control every year, and that's kind of the framing device. But really it's about these four siblings called the Reavers, and basically how they got to be how they are in the present day at the party, and their lives growing up, and the kind of sad, funny, beautiful, interesting way that they all grew up together. And you'll really come to sort of love this family and want to protect them, and you want to know everything about them and know that they're going to be okay. And that, I think, is the heart that makes the book work really, really well, is just there's these four siblings and how they care for each other and how you want to care for them as well. So it's a fun read, but it's a really tender-hearted read as well. Very much recommend it for right now, sitting in the sort of wintry cold lockdown. It'll really pep you up, I think. So that's it from me.
Hi, I'm Ella from the Younger Sun Bookshop, and I'm going to be reviewing a YA novel called The Other Side of Perfect by Mariko Turk. And so this is about 16-year-old Alina, who is Japanese American, and for the past several years she's been attending high school part-time. And the other part of the time she's going to a very prestigious ballet school, which is for students who are serious about pursuing a career in the arts. But unfortunately, her dreams are literally shattered when she lands incorrectly and shatters her ankle, and she's not able to dance on point anymore. So that means she's having to go back to regular school full time again, which she's never done in high school. She decides to join the school musical, even though she doesn't think that anything could, compare to her love for ballet. And as she's dealing with the loss of this important thing in her life, she's also having to come to terms with the fact that ballet was actually quite racist and didn't treat her and her friend Colleen well at all. And so she's trying to reconcile how she can love something that is so beautiful but also so damaging and so imperfect as well. So I really love this one. Even though it's got some serious themes, it is still a very light-hearted read, perfect for 12 plus readers who enjoyed To All the Boys I Loved Before. And thank you for joining us for our lockdown recording. We hope you're all doing well, and now you'll have some new reads.
Yes. Thanks. Bye.
Bye.